Hi everyone. You're probably wondering, man, what's with Ryan in this weird Sean Connery background? He's actually super emasculating. Today I want to talk about getting people's attention. What you need to do when you're prospecting or reaching out to someone is you got to figure out a way to stand out. We talk about a lot of stuff like not being boring. We've talked about that before. Here's a flashback. That's my little Wayne's World reference, I guess. You need to find ways to stand out. If you're sending a prospecting video to someone, for example, think of the thumbnail that you're sending to someone. Is it actually going to get them to click? You need to do something that's going to get their attention and make them stop. If you're sending an email to someone, what's going to make them actually open the email? I get a lot of people that ask me, what's a good email subject to have? A good email subject should be vague enough to draw curiosity that makes the person open the email, but it needs to meet expectations about what you're actually going to talk about in the body of the email. For example, I could get someone to open any email I want. All I have to write is, hey Doug, your kids are sick. And I write that right into the subject line into an email. That's great, but I'm going to piss off Doug, right? If you don't want to piss off Doug, what you can do instead is you want to try and make the subject something that's vague enough for them to draw and open, entertaining enough, but about what you're going to talk about. Let's say I'm prospecting Doug and he wrote a blog post about customer service. I could go and say your blog post about customer service in the email. And then in the body of the email, I could say, hey Doug, I saw that you wrote this blog post about customer service. I think XYZ about customer service. She wanted to see if you're thinking about trying to figure out ways to fix X. And that could be what my company does. It could be my value prop. As long as you focus the subject, that's something that will get their attention, but actually meet the expectation, you'll keep Doug happy and he won't be upset. That's how you have a good email subject. Another thing you can do when you're prospecting is you can use triggers to find a good reason to reach out to someone. Maybe they're hired, maybe they're looking for some advice. Maybe there's something that triggered you to actually reach out to them. If you use a trigger, that can also be a good subject line.